Well, gentlemen, I think we all know why we are here. All of us are here surrounded in the campfire, and so we can all tell each other about our stories. So, who should go first? Me. I should go first. Oh, maybe I should go first. I have a really epic story that everybody is gonna enjoy. Okay, let me tell my story first. So I woke up in the bed, right? Well, and then I saw a piece of litter. And then I saw, and then and a piece of litter. And then I threw the piece of litter into the trash can. That's my story. That was my story. That was the worst story I have ever heard. Like, that wasn't even a story. That's just something you did. That's just literally just something you did after you woke up from bed on a Saturday morning. Now to tell my story and how I broke my first leg. Okay, so I was riding on a bike, and then I ended up falling from the bike. I was riding a bike. I was riding a bike, and then I accident, and then I acc- and then I ended up hitting the bike on a huge rock or boulder. I don't remember what it was. And then I fell down, broke my leg, screamed so hard in pain, and then sometime later, some people noticed, called the ambulance on me. So the ambulance took me to the hospital. They took care of my leg, and then I had to sit in a wheelchair for months. But I still haven't recovered 100% since I feel pain every time I stand up. So that's why I'm sitting right now. I'm sitting right on the ground right now. So yeah, and now I'm kind of feeling a bit more better. So yeah, that was my story. Oh wow, I actually feel bad for you. I actually feel bad for you having to go through that. Well, you should have been more careful while you were riding your bike. Now allow me to tell my story about not which isn't just a story, it's an adventure. So me, Edward, and John we're going on an adventure sailing around the seven seas. Oh look, guys, we found land! We found land! I gotta tell John, Edward, and the others. Matey, I'm glad you found land. There be treasure. Wait, oh yes, treasure. Nothing more better than sailing the seven seas. And while going on an adventure, wait a minute, aren't you supposed to be riding the boat? The ship? I forgot. We're gonna land. We're gonna crash. What just happened? Arr, there must be a treasure around here. Huh. X marks the spot. There be treasure. Or they really think they could get the treasure. They really think they could get the treasure like this? Well, not if I do. So I gotta do this for my kingdom and my king. Yes, yes, more money, more power. You have to do this for me. Do this for me. Do this for me. While we try to colonize this territory that we found, and then we'll make it part of our country and kingdom, just like during the colonial times and during the Caribbean colonization and privatization. And I'm over here along with my wife. I'm totally not holding hostage. Boom, boom. Captain, they're attacking us. Don't worry, Joshua. I got the perfect solution. Well, they're not gonna be able. Well, good thing I have this sword right here with me. So they're not gonna be able to escape the wrath of my sword and flesh. Huh. Ah! Thank you so much for saving me from that guy. He was holding me hostage for so many months. No problemo, madam. It is my job. Mind if I give you a kiss, though? Hey, Edward. Look what we found. The X actually did mark the spot this time. To be honest, this was the easiest treasure I've ever found so far. Like, who even hides it like that? So yeah, that was my story. That was my source. So yeah, that was my story when I was traveling through the seven seas. Through the Caribbean, having a pirate adventure. That was so many years ago. I mean, I still remember the day it happened, but not the year somehow. This is quite interesting. So you had an adventure, a fight, and a hunt for treasure on this. Well, while you were going on a pirate adventure. And yes, and we also sang the "What Should We Do to Drunken Sailor" song a lot of times. It sure was fun. I mean, I could go all day explain the entire story, but I only explain like a small little small little part of it. Well, I mean, that explains why it was why the story you told us was so short. I mean, yeah, I just kind of tired now, and maybe one day I'm going to tell you guys a complete story on how did I embark on this adventure, the stuff we did, the fights, the chaos, the creativity, the imagination, the philosophy, pretty much everything about this story. How creative and awesome it was. Be going on a pirate adventure. So you were living like One Piece, if I'm correct. Almost. It's kind of like that. You know, actually, oh yeah, I remember that now. Is when you went on an adventure with Edward. Yeah, exactly that. Hey folks, this is me, Comic53, back in it again with our video, and today, this marks the official debut of my new cartoon series, Chubby Tubby Town. This is the pilot episode. This pilot episode was inspired by a plot of an episode of a Spanish cartoon called Cutlas, on which I watched, which was about a pirate adventure. The little stick figures, going on adventures, doing a bunch of stuff, crazy stuff. Cutlas. I recommend you guys to watch that cartoon to be able to understand better what I'm talking about. And Cutlas ended up being one of the many inspirations for Chubby Tubby Town. Also, sorry this episode was badly written and animated because this episode was completely rushed. Because I tried to get this episode out before bedtime, so I didn't really put much effort in it. But hopefully you can understand what I'm trying to convey in this episode. Also, this was the entire plot of the episode, by the way. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more episodes. Like and subscribe for more, and we'll see ya later.